Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome to Between the Laughs con Carlos Mencia y aquí mi amigo Gabriel Lopez. I'm saying that in Spanish so that all the people that hate like the Bad Bunny type of people, just to piss them off.
Yeah.
Just to piss them off, bro.
I like that people like Puerto Ricans come up to us like, hey, what do you think about Bad Bunny and him speaking Spanish? I'm like, it's not Spanish. Puerto Rican Spanish, I don't understand half
You
of
don't
what
even
Bad
know
Bunny
half of
said.
what they're saying.
Like I like his music. I
Right.
don't understand half of the shit he says on his songs.
Right. So listen, man, I had a dream a couple days ago, and it was I think it's because I started watching Star Trek Next Generation, and LeVar Burton plays Geordi. LeVar Burton was the original Kunta Kinte.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He was the original Kunta. But as a child, when they brought him,
Got it.
right? By the time they chopped his foot off, he was
Was it another
played
actor?
by, I don't remember the name of the actor. I think it's the guy, I don't know his name, but the father in Good Times.
Okay, John Amos,
That's who that was?
Yeah.
I think it was John.
the guy from Coming to America, the dad in Coming to America.
Yes. Yeah. McDowell's.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. And it got me to thinking how as artists, right? We don't know how movies and TV shows affect and build who we've become. But for me, I can look back and go, man, I remember that movie taught me this lesson, and it was a life lesson that I kept for a really long time. I don't know about younger generations. I don't know. But for me personally, they were life-altering moments. And I wanted to pick your brain about those from both of them. So for me as a kid, right, the first movie that really, not movie, but because we didn't do a lot of movie stuff until they came to, we didn't pay for movies when we were kids, not very much anyway. So it's mostly when they got to television. But I can say that, man, watching Roots changed my life. Like I didn't, knowing it.
Was it a change in perspective and how you see the world, or what is it specifically that?
I think that when you're a kid and you hear about racism, you don't really get it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
When you, the concept of slavery, right? Just the concept itself.
Yeah.
How do I teach my kid, my 8-year-old? I have an 8-year-old, right? How do I teach him that shit is wrong?
That this is how people treated other people at
And
one
that's
point in
right.
our recent history, not
Right.
a long time ago.
Right.
Recent.
And looked at him with not just disdain, but that I'm better than you.
Yeah.
That you're beneath me. And I don't mean this bullshit of, oh my God, Carlos told a joke where he was punching down. Suck my dick. No, where it really, really affected me. Because I remember when they chopped off his foot in the TV show, I started crying. And I remember it. I would say it's a vivid memory of me going, why would we be like that, Papi?
Yeah.
Why would we be like that? And my dad let me cry for a little bit because he's a really brilliant man. My dad is just a brilliant man. But after letting me cry for a little bit, he smacked me in the back of the head and went, pendejo, we weren't even here. That wasn't us.
Yeah.
It wasn't us, because I was like, how could we do this? Because I was looking at it from an American place.
Yeah.
Like that's my
Yeah.
that's my heritage.
Yeah.
And he let me take it for a little bit, and then he was like, baboso,
Yeah.
no.
He was rolling it. He looked away, rolling his eyes, just
Right, this stupid ass kid. But yes, it affected me because from that day forth, I looked at my black friends and people that I interacted with that were black way different. It wasn't the same after that. It was with a lot more empathy. It was a lot more, damn, I didn't know, I didn't realize that happened to you. You know what I mean? And as I got older, when I would hear people say shit like, look, fine, you were slaves, get over it. for me, I could put it together and go, no, bro, it's not just slavery. It's not like when we freed the slaves, everything got like, it wasn't like, okay, you're free, you can get this job, you can bone my daughter, you can go. No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't an overnight thing.
No, it was you're free to do nothing, pretty much.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people had to stay working for their fucking owners.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way that they could make money. So they didn't, it wasn't like this thing where it just everybody was fine and we're good. And no, it was back of the bus. It was separate yet equal. It was segregation. It was you're stupid. It was all this shit. And that show, that miniseries, which, by the way, that's another thing that doesn't exist today, right? The miniseries, kind of like the way they existed back then.
No, not the way they existed, because now it's all like, streaming services, and there's so many episodes in a season, or and it's a multi-part series, but not a genuine miniseries that tells a story. Usually, it's a documentary style that I notice now.
Right, and those series, because I remember like it's coming, the miniseries, like the one every Latino, just every Latino was the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
Right, that was the one we looked forward to. I saw it every year.
Yeah.
Charlton Heston, but was he even Jewish?
He was Moses in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, but is he even Jewish?
I don't know.
Like today, they would never let that happen.
Yeah.
Right, today, if somebody was not Jewish, or shit like John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. And I don't even care. It was just like, but anyway, let's just stick to certain stuff. So right now, did anything affect you as far as like that racism stuff is? Because that's the one that really got me. And then when I watched the New Roots, it fucked me up in a whole different way. Because in this one, they showed rape. Like in the original, they didn't show that, right? They didn't really highlight it.
Yeah.
But in the new Roots, have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
So there's two versions of Roots, right? The old one, and then the LeVar Burton, and then the newer. And the newer one, there's a scene where the slave owner just bends her over and has his way with her, and nothing she could do about it. It just, dude, it literally hurts me. Because when I was a kid and I saw that, it was just so affecting. It was so jarring to me. And that it actually literally made me see the world completely differently, and African Americans more than anything else. I started treating my friend Trey a little different. You know what I mean? Like I would pay for stuff a little more.
Was there guilt involved?
There was, bro. There was. Fuck you, dude. There was. Like, don't laugh at me. Because I feel like this. I've reaped the benefits of this country, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
In all its splendor and glory. And in my opinion, you take on all of it, the good and the bad.
You have to accept it.
Right? And I take it on. So when I say we treated, there's a part of me that feels that I have to accept that responsibility of the history of who we are. I can't just walk away from it.
Yeah.
I can't just pretend. You know what I mean? I can't pretend that there was a time when my father first came to this country, he was white, according to the documents.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Well, for you people that don't know, back in the day, they didn't have all those extra goddamn boxes.
It was black, white, or was there other? Or?
I don't even think there was a Latino. Because my dad, and if God, I wish I had a picture of my father with me right now. Like the old black and white one where you look at him and you're like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? He just looked, just misquito, bro. Straight up misquito, dark complected. If you took off his suit, and he could be an apocalypto, bro.
Yeah.
You know that, and he couldn't be the Mexican. He couldn't be the Aztecs.
Yeah.
He does not look like an Aztec, bro. Yeah. He's the one getting conquered. Yeah. So he He was white.
Yeah.
And so at that point in time, there was a little bit of white privilege. That
Nice.
we weren't black is my point.
Yeah.
We didn't get treated that way
Yeah.
is my point. And so yeah, I look at it like that. And it totally affected me. And then since then I have to watch the 12 Years a Slave. You know, I have to watch the New Roots.
Yeah.
the all of those movies, you know, about how
can we make
bad
Carlos
shit
feel
was.
guilty today?
Yeah, bro. You don't feel any of that, or nothing affected you like that?
No, I can't think of any movies that affected me in such a strong way. The way like that movie. Like there's movies that have impacted us, especially as a young boy.
Which
you know,
ones?
Like stuff like Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Like, you know, the Star Wars, do or do not. There is no try. You know, and certain lines that just stay with you that impact how you see life.
Sure.
You know, those random lines. Indiana Jones. You know,
And you had to wait. Okay, so let's go with Star Wars. The original. So did the original do anything for you?
the 1977.
Because do or do not.
I think that was
was
Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
So that was episode 5 for us too.
Yes.
The second movie, episode 5.
Correct.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah. Like that. That's a line that stuck with me forever.
You know which one stuck with me forever in the same vein, and that is why you fail. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the moment?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yeah. I can't believe it. And this is why you fail.
Yeah.
Like, dude, those little moments are up there, and I do or do not. There is no try. I've said that to young comedians.
Yeah.
Before, you know, not like that.
Yeah, but
that's
the same gist.
Yes, the same thing of like, you know, there isn't I'm going to try to do it. Either do it or don't do it, right? Get it done or don't get it done. Do the joke or don't do the joke.
Yeah.
Don't try out a joke.
Yeah.
Like I've told comedians that.
Yeah. If the joke dies a horrible death, make sure you gave it your all. Because I even tell comics, like, look, don't water down your set because you think the crowd can't handle it. Because now they don't like a watered down version of you, as opposed to who you truly are.
Right.
So either let them love you or let them hate you, but don't let them just be indifferent about you.
Right.
I'd rather them hate me than have zero opinion of me.
And at that point, even if they like you, they like a version of you. They're not liking you.
Yeah. Because there's comics scene where I didn't like their comedy necessarily, but I like their balls out mentality. Like okay, there was only 10 people here tonight, and we still got.
Right.
He's still trying to punch him in the face, and
Right.
I admire that effort. That earns my respect.
I agree. And one of the things that I tell comedians, you know, is if you think I'm going to try this joke out, you're asking the audience, is this funny?
Yeah.
Why are you asking?
Yeah.
You're the guy. You're the person. You're the
They're
comedian.
They're here to see you.
Yeah.
Give them you.
Give them you. And do it with certitude.
Yeah.
Don't go up there and kind of ask if, like, hey, anyone.
You can't be timid with it. You got to commit to it.
No. It's, you know what it was? It's when I was a teenager and late teens, early 20s. But up to when I was 20, when I started doing stand-up. But up until then, if we'd go to a dance, I would never ask girls if they wanted to dance. If a song went on that I really loved, I would just walk up to a girl, hold her hand, grab her hand, and go, "Oh man, this is my jam." And every time, bro, they would go, "Wait, what?" But they didn't. They were so confused.
They couldn't say no to the confidence, though.
Exactly. It was so weird because they'd look at me and they're like, "Wait, what's going on?" And they're dancing and looking at me like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
But it was because I never asked. I never gave her the opportunity to say, "No, I don't want to dance."
Yeah.
It was just, this is a song, you're moving, I'm moving. This is my jam, let's do this.
It's just, you have to commit. Like when I was a kid, I loved skateboarding. And I remember the first time I did a half pipe, so that's the full U. And there's no training for that. You just do it, and you fall a lot. But for you to get that first air, you have to commit to that. I'm going to get up in the air, and I'm going to see how high I can fucking get up. Not, I wonder if the people around me are going to be able to see me go up. No, you're not trying to go up a foot. You're trying to go 10 feet and see how high you can get and land.
Right.
But you have to be able to believe that you can do both, that I can get up in the air and come back down and land on the board and still go up and just keep doing that But you have to commit. You have to commit to the joke. You have to commit to...
Yes.
It's just a metaphor for life, but it's the do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try, and the you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Or you will fail.
Yeah. You have to know that you can do it.
Correct.
Now, whether you learn that you failed, but you got to... Tony Hawk didn't become Tony Hawk overnight.
No.
And he's broken bones and failed thousands and thousands of times for him to be the best skater that we've known.
Well, is it in the documentary where he can't pull off?
Yeah.
What is it? The 900 or whatever the fuck that was?
Till the wheels fall off, because that's a great title. That's a great title.
And he can't make it. He can't make it. And he hasn't pulled it off.
Yeah.
And now it's competition time. And now that's how you know that it's like that mentality. It kicked in as hard as he tried, right?
Yeah.
In practice, he couldn't do it. And in my opinion, it's because all the pressure, the moment wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
It was his body kind of going, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. And then when the adrenaline kicked in and the lights were on.
And that switch in the brain. Because in his brain, it's competition. I have to. There is no turning back. I have to do this.
Yep. And then, boom, it kicked in, that confidence, that level of I can do this. I am going to do this. Watch this.
Yeah.
And that goes back to those. And I'm reminded of, see, now when I hear stuff, it still goes back to those moments, right? And one of them is, if you think you can, what's the quote? If you believe you can or think you cannot,
You're right.
you're right.
I think a president said that. I think.
Now, see, this is why I wanted to do this. Because you and I can track it to a moment because of a movie.
Yeah.
I have, as much as I love the quote, right? And we might not have gotten it right. I can't place it. I don't know who said it.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that.
But you know the line.
I know the line, but do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, that's
or,
Yoda. We all
this
know
is why
that's
you
Yoda.
fail.
Yeah.
Like you, boom. It's there. It doesn't go away. That affected me a lot. And what about scary? What scared you? What began to, like, the movie that fucked me up, bro? And dude, before this movie, I could fall asleep on the couch downstairs by myself.
Yeah.
After this movie, I could not. And
I want to hear yours, and you're going to be shocked with mine. But
no,
go ahead.
Dude, mine was Christopher Lee, the original Christopher Lee's Dracula. And it was the scene where the chick is like, no, and he goes like this, and they do the pan, and the makeup in his eyes are bloodshot red, and he just, bro, I shit my pants, bro. Shit my pants. I could not go to sleep that whole night. Could not go to sleep by myself. Tried to get in bed with my mom and dad, and my dad was like, you little cock blocker, get the fuck out of my bed. But that one, bro, was the first one that just, I swear to God, dude, it scared me to the point where I actually don't enjoy scary movies like that.
Oh, I don't like fucking with my sleep. That's why I purposely don't watch scary movies. But
it affects you.
Yeah.
But there are people that love that.
Yeah.
There are people that truly enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think it's because
those psychos.
I shouldn't be watching that movie, right? Those are like you're just a kid and you don't.
Well, like how old were you when you watched it? Roughly.
Ooh, so it's it's 10-ish,
Yeah.
maybe. So I was maybe like in the third or fourth grade.
Because I was like 8 years old, and my parents took us to the theater to watch E.T. And E.T. fucked me up.
No way.
E.T. That friendly little fucking alien fucked me up for so long.
No. So what scared you
There was
about
a scene
it?
where like they were looking for him, and there was a particular scene where it just pans and he's like this, and E.T. screams, and I don't know what it is about that screech in his scream.
Is it when he's surrounded by all the dolls? Like the stuffed animals and
No,
stuff?
because he's happy there. Like they were hiding. They were hiding him.
Okay.
And then later on, when like they finally catch him and he's dying, and they got him in all the white medical tents, and he's so gray, and I just remember that look of that alien just messed with my 8-year-old brain in such a way where I slept on the floor by my parents' bed.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So when his neck went,
all that
scary.
Yep.
When he
can't even think
killed
about
you.
it. Can't even think about it.
No
to this day.
way, dude.
To this day.
Still scary.
To this day, I can't think about it.
No way.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, as I do like a certain kind of scary movies that I will watch, and maybe it's because I'm Catholic, but I don't think it. I think it's because I grew up Catholic, and the God, the devil, demons, and all that. Because when I watched the original Exorcist, as scary as it was, it didn't scare me the way Dracula scared me, because I kind of looked at these kind of like documentaries.
Yeah. Well, my dad told me that he saw The Exorcist in the theater, and he said that, and he was in his 20s. He's like, that one fucked with his sleep for a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it did me too. But it also kind of reinforced, like my mom, would always say to me, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Like, tell me who you're with and I'll tell you the kind of person you are. And so I was never really scared about demons, because the way I looked at it, I don't hang out with those kind of people.
Yeah.
That's not my vibe.
Yeah.
Never has been. I don't like those. So I'm not afraid to get possessed or anything like that. But I do watch those differently.
Yeah. Well, I love vampire movies, and I love like the alien movies, like Aliens and Predator and those type of. I love those movies. Actual horror that was designed for horror, like A Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th and Halloween when we were kids. Stayed away from them.
Don't those movies, and they annoy me. They annoy me because they don't scare me. They just shock you. That moment where you go, okay, somebody's going to scream. There's going to be a moment, and we're all going to do that and whatever. But that's not fear, right? That's not the fear I felt when I saw Dracula.
Yeah.
That was a whole different level. But I do remember how much it affected me in the sense that I believed that there's a devil, that there's an evil. Like, that's what it was.
The ones that seem like you could walk outside and experience this shit, it seems that real. Like The Exorcist is a perfect example.
Yeah, and the face, the makeup, dude, when
Linda Blair,
bro, when she starts talking and it's cold, and the room is literally cold. This isn't like, and they're talking and you can see their breath, and she's just looking at him like, "Oh, you wanna fuck me?" And we're like, "Oh God!" Like, I'm getting chills, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, still, but to me, what those movies drove home to me was, you know what? You want to hang out with fucked up people and scary? This is what's gonna happen. And I don't necessarily believe today the actual dogma of devil and Satan and all that.
Yeah.
But I do 100% believe in the energy of it.
Oh, yeah.
You and I both, right? That's part, you know what? That's part of my journey, actually. The past, 5 years ago. So let's say from 2010 to 2020, that was part of my journey of figuring out what is that energy that I want to put out? Because the energy that I was putting out then, not knowingly, by the way, is I'm fucking funnier than you. I'm better than you. I never felt that. It wasn't anything I consciously ever put out, but just based on my interactions with people and what they say and looking back and people telling me, man, you've changed. You weren't like that. I realized that energy was coming out of me.
I think I put out the same energy, but like if I walk into a comedy club and you aren't there, I'm just going to go do a set. I walk in believing I'm the funniest guy in the room, and that is not saying that I am.
I gotcha.
But if I'm in Hollywood and a Chris Rock and a Chappelle are on the lineup too, I need to maintain that mentality to believe I can hang with these guys.
Because if you don't think you're the funniest guy, you are not the funniest guy.
Now my tail's between my legs. I have to walk like my shit doesn't stink. Like I got 12-pound balls. There's another movie.
This is why you fail. Yeah, this is why you fail.
Boiler Room. It's like that movie, Boiler Room. Act as if you have 10-pound balls. And I walk into every room. And every room I walk into.
So Boiler Room, that's the one. That's the go-to for you.
Act as if you have 10-pound balls, and that carries me to if it's an unfamiliar room or I haven't been there in a long time. If you and I are together, I've told you before. If it's just you and I on the show, I feel we're bulletproof. There's nobody. 100%. There's nobody that can touch us.
Right.
But if I'm going to a strange room because I'm doing a set or working out or whatever the case it is, 10-pound balls.
Right.
I'm walking in like I'm the best person here, and you need to prove to me that you're better. And I'll know most of the time if you already are better than me. But my mindset is you need to come up to my level.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I keep hearing this is why you fail.
Yeah.
That's why I never but what I didn't realize, what I didn't know was, or because I wasn't aware of it, I couldn't keep it inside. It was kind of coming out.
The aura exuded.
Right? It was too much.
Yeah.
It was uncontrolled. Now I understand how intimidating I can be to certain people.
I run my own shows, but because I run shows, people want to work for me. If you're intimidated, I need you to stay away.
Right.
I don't need you.
Right.
If the aura I'm exuding is too powerful, let's say, for you to come up to me, good. When you're ready, come shake my hand.
Right.
Let me know.
Right.
But if you have that intimidation, you're not ready.
No, you're not. And to me, it all goes back to still that one moment, that one scene, those words that like truly, truly affected me in that way. And so I can still, like, that's how I know that there's a certain part of me, like when, the new Exorcists come out, or the ones, where the priest, the true story of the priest that was taken over by a spirit and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I don't remember the movie, the name of the movie, but there was one where and it's a true story, or based on a true story, where this priest gets taken over by, it's pretty much the devil, and this other priest that doesn't really believe in that bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? And the devil keeps telling him, like, no, motherfucker, I'm real.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming at him. And in the end, when he realizes, yes, I do believe that you're the devil. I do believe you're that evil. But what that did was, it gave him the power to exercise him. Because at that point, he goes, yeah, you know what? I do fucking believe this. But if I believe that, then I also believe that these words are going to get you out of that goddamn body.
Yeah.
And that's when it switched. The acceptance of that truth.
Yeah.
And that movie, that scene taught me to go, okay, when you accept the truths, then you're acting on reality. You're acting on something real. And that it was a stupid scene.
Yeah.
It was a stupid little scene.
But it had an impact on you.
It did, because it made me look at the world and go, you know what? If I look at the world through lenses of any kind, I'm not seeing the world for what it is. and then I'm not reacting to the world in the way that I want to. I want to react to truth. I want to react to things that are honest and real. And if I don't feel that, then I'll ask you, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. And I go back to that, like Boiler Room. I watched that movie, got nothing from it.
Yeah.
Nothing from it.
It's the one line I got from.
That was it?
Act as if. Act as if you have 10-pound balls.
Wow. So, okay.
Because it was very much a fake it till you make it. You don't have anything now. You're going to have something. But you better act.
Right.
Like you have it already.
Right. Did Star Wars make you, because another thing that changed, well, I pretty much respected, but it very much reinforced. My father was always Yoda. He was always that person for me.
Yeah.
When I watch Star Wars and I love Yoda. My dad, he says things like that. He'll, give you a little moment. He's just that human being to me, and it definitely reinforced a healthy respect for authority and for people that are trying to help you out, for mentors.
Yeah.
I've been a decent mentor, but what hindered me in my youth as a comedian was I kind of only knew one way to inspire. I didn't know how to deal with the fragile egos. I know how to deal with the big egos. Because
you're very black and white. There's no gray with you when you're trying to influence, trying to inspire. It's just, like I've taken this path,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what you're about to go through,
Mm-hmm.
and either you listen to me or you don't. And if you don't listen to me, I'm just wasting my breath, and this is the last time I give you any advice. You're very much that black and white style, of which I admire, because I'm getting to that point where, like, look, if you're not going to listen to me, let me move on to the next person that is willing to listen to me.
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
I don't just openly give advice, but if you ask for it, I will never shoot anybody down. If I have the experience and I have something that I can offer you and you're asking me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm never just going to offer it, because you get disappointed so many times because you see potential. You see something going on with this particular person, and I know I can help you because I might have a little more bumps and bruises on this particular topic than you.
Right.
And if you're just rolling your eyes at me, well, go fuck yourself. Why did I even speak in the first place?
Right. No, you know what's interesting? I saw a movie when I was a kid. So one of my brothers, Quincho, loved Charles Bronson.
My dad loved Charles Bronson.
Seriously? Did you watch all the movies with your dad?
I would sit and watch.
I even fucking watched that movie,
Yeah.
The White Buffalo.
Yeah. Charles Bronson and Telly Savalas. My dad loved both of those guys.
Kojak.
Yeah.
No way,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow. So I saw a movie called The Mechanic. And I think they remade it.
Yeah, because
But-
Jason Statham.
Statham, yeah. So, but the original, because of my brother. But it didn't affect me. It didn't really, hit me then. But it did decades later when I had openers that I gave to, that I helped mold, that have become very successful. But when they had a chance to hurt me, when they had a chance to cause me pain, they did. And it's the first time that kind of happened where I was like, why the fuck would you say that? Why would you do that to me?
Yeah.
I've given you years of road work, years of helping you.
That got
years
you to where you are today.
of writing, yes. And I remember I had a moment where I went, oh, fuck, The Mechanic. Do you remember what it's about?
I'm trying to.
So
Help
The
me out.
Mechanic is, Charles Bronson is he's the best fucking hired killer. And he takes on a young apprentice who slowly gets better and better and better. And at one point, he thinks, I'm better than my mentor. I'm better than you. So he kills Charles Bronson. So the apprentice kills the teacher.
Got it.
And you're like, what the fuck? But then the ending of the movie is him like going like, fuck yeah, I did it. I killed my mentor. Gets in the car. I think he breaks down the thing. And then there's a note. And then the car explodes. Because Charles knew he was going to betray him.
Yeah.
And he killed him in the end. And so I went, I need to be that guy. I need to be the one who sees it coming. I need to now differentiate between those that I think are going to kill me and those that I think are going to celebrate me. I know that Kaylin and Tino they're never going to be, they don't have that bone in their body. They don't have that part of them.
That revenge bone, or that's,
well,
I'm going to take out the master type.
Yeah, to the extreme. Like, you and I are similar in the fact that we go into a room that's a comedy club. I'm the best here. But that's in my head.
Yeah.
That's not real.
We're not saying it.
No.
That's just the mentality. That
no. And at the end, when I get off stage, that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Let's hang out. Let's be human.
Yeah.
There's no part of me that's still going, hey, guys, I'm the shit. Did you see my set? I'm being like,
Yeah.
no. That goes away. But there are people who take that, and it doesn't stop, who really believe, man, I'm fucking fun here.
Yeah.
I'm fun. This person that I'm telling you, I'm not going to mention names because that's not what I do. I don't put other people down so that you could hate them. But this specific comedian, literally one time, and this was about 4 or 5 years into this person opening for me, we're hanging out with friends of mine. And I guess I went to the bathroom or something like that, or whatever it was. I think we were on a golf course. No, they were in separate carts. Anyway, he said to my friend, like, you know, I'm funnier than Carlos, right? Like, straight up to my friend. And my friend had to kind of go, are you being serious? You really believe that? Like, I didn't know where that road led back then. Right?
Yeah.
But then once all of it came together, I went back to that movie and went, okay, I should have seen that.
Yeah.
I should be aware of that. And it now I'm very much, I don't want to take in, I don't want to take in the one with the broken wing or the broken leg or the one with father issues or mother issues, or I don't want that anymore. You know what I mean? It's just not part of what I want. But now it goes back to that movie.
Got it.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Well, what now, since we're talking, like, not necessarily having an impact on you, but lines of movies that over the years that you've collected, like, wow, that's a great fucking line, or fucking that was brilliant, or that was a great comeback, or like Rocky, for example, has so many, like, it's not if you get knocked down, it's if you get back up, and it's shit like that, like stuff that has impact. But I remember watching like Ocean's 11.
Okay.
Ocean's 11.
The original back in the day, or the one now?
The George Clooney.
Okay.
Ocean's 11. And it's just a stupid scene between Julia Roberts and George Clooney, where George Clooney's trying to get his wife back, his ex-wife, and George Clooney is just real smooth. Does he make you laugh? And I just remember Julia Roberts just saying, "He doesn't make me cry." I'm like, oh, that gave me the goosies. That was a great fucking line.
Okay. So it like about relationships.
Not necessarily relationship, but just movies that had that line.
No, I know.
That sticks like that.
But
like
that
line stuck with me.
The line that stuck with me for a really long time, bro, because I kind of understood it in the movie and I tried to kind of incorporate it into my life, but I was never able to. And so therefore, now looking back, I'm like, that didn't make sense. Not in my life anyway. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That line in that movie sounded so fucking intelligent and profound and like, woo. Not good in practice. Not good in practice, bro. Keeping your fucking enemies close and doesn't. Because you know what? They fucking know they're your enemy.
Yeah.
There's no way you can pretend. Like, you can try, but in the end, it's just two fucking people.
It's not very practical.
It isn't. It isn't, because at the end of the day, it's two people pretending to be friends who know they're not fucking friends.
Yeah.
The only way that line works is if your enemy is an idiot. If your enemy's an idiot, then you can keep him close and one day stab him in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but no, at the end of the day, like most relationships, right? But like my relationship with this comedian, there were signs. They were there. I just didn't see them, or I didn't see how relevant those moments were, right?
Yeah.
Because back in that moment, I kind of thought, you know what? I'm gonna be very white influence. I liked his moxie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I did. I thought, you know what? I could identify with that. Now I couldn't identify with saying it.
Yeah.
Right? But I could identify with the attitude of it. The attitude of like, I'm funnier. Yeah. I'm better, just as a driving force. So when my friend told me, can you believe he said that? I was like, I get it.
If that's what drives him, but he's not public, the fact that he told your friends, like your friends, what a moron. But
yeah.
You know, there's times where you and I do shows together, and there's times where I felt, and you know this, where I felt I got this room. Yes. And you'll always ask me, how are they? Yeah. And I'm like, good luck following me, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, I've had that aura, that vibe. Yes. And I know I just hand off the baton to you, and obviously you take over where they forget about me. Right. But at that moment, you ask, how are they?
Yes.
Oh, I fucking knocked it out of the park today.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And a lot of those affect me in a positive way. But that one I just couldn't.
No, that'd be a thorn in my side for a while. Yeah, that's.
But think about it though. Like if you look in the top, if you were to pull out your phone, we were to pull out right now our phone, top movie quotes of all time.
Yeah,
that's gonna be one of them.
Yeah,
right. Tried it. Yeah. Did not function for me.
Yeah, because like Rocky and the Godfathers, all the Rockies, all the Godfathers, all of them had lines in their own rights that was something inspiring. You know, Rocky was definitely the king of inspirational. Like, it's just because boxing is such a metaphor for life, and just, you know, you get knocked down, you keep getting up, you keep moving forward, and it's just such a great motivation piece.
Well, here's what I learned from Rocky. And I kind of got it pretty quickly. And I was 10-ish when it came out. That winning is a perspective. And I'm very black and white, like you said, with most things. Yeah. But not with winning.
Yeah.
Because he didn't win that fight. But he won that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that he was victorious in it, but he won. He accomplished that which he wanted to do. And it kind of made me think about, okay, this is how it affected me, right? The Rocky thing, of the fact that at the end, I don't want to, you're not getting a rematch. I don't want one. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He didn't care. It was, I fucking laid it out on the line.
Yeah.
That was my best.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about what you think, what they think, what he thinks. I just care about one person right now. The person that loves me for who I am. Oh, God, man, I want to cry. Yeah. Adrian! Like,
but that's just how beautiful the writing was and the acting, and it was so impactful. And, like, I left it all. Wherever the chips fall, I gave it everything I had.
Yeah. And it was perspective of what is a win.
Yeah.
So I remember the way it affected me as a comedian is when I was young, right? And when I was, the first couple years, 2-3 years, where I thought I was way funnier than I was because I had to believe that. But I also knew what my limits were, what my abilities were at the time. So I would get off stage, especially when not in the amateur night stupid bar little shits,
Yeah.
but if I drove down to the Comedy Store in La Jolla and did, their open mic night, and they had 100, 200 people in the audience, I remember getting off stage and going, fuck yeah. Because that's the best I had done. Was I the funniest in the night? Was I the one that got most laughs? Was I any of that? No. But I walked out there with that Rocky sense of like, just for me.
Yeah.
I've never done that good in my life. And I remember comedians would look at me like, why are you acting like you killed? Why are you acting like this is the greatest thing ever? But for me, it's like, because
I gave him everything I had.
and it was the most laughs I'd gotten. It's the best I'd done.
Yeah.
And that first original Rocky was the one that kind of gave me that frame of mind of like, it's not about the competition with everybody else, right? Rocky's fight wasn't with Apollo Creed.
Was never with the opponent.
No, that movie was about him. It starts off with he doesn't believe he can. It starts off with he's just like, oh shucks, And as the process goes, he starts believing in himself.
Yeah.
And when he gets to cut me, Mick,
Yeah. Ugh.
it's just that's him. And to me that was a metaphor for my comedy career. I was the Honduran. I wasn't Mexican. My name is Ned. We changed it to Carlos. I felt all that energy coming at me. I felt it. I felt who the fuck does this guy think he is? Oh, Mitzi gave him spots. Oh, all the whispers. Oh, he's Mitzi's pet. Oh, I just stayed within myself.
Yeah.
I learned that from that movie. Now, you know what? I don't know if I could have been different to become who I became.
I don't think so.
Do you know what I'm saying? I had to go through that shit.
You went through your path to get you here.
Yeah. That was my path.
Yeah.
But it was never about anybody else. I never wanted to be funnier than Freddie Prinze, George Lopez, Paul Rodriguez. They were the Latino guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the best that I could be. The max it, squeeze that shit. Take that orange and just squeeze every little drop, because as a kid, I was the guy that when my dad would like buy oranges and stuff, I was the guy that when, they would be like, I'm done with it, I'd still get like a little extra, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or I was the one that, when we would do, I don't know if you guys did this as kids, but we would put the saladitos, we would get a lime or a lemon, cut the top and shove the saladitos in there. Yeah. I was the one that always got a little extra out at the end. Yeah. That was me. And that perspective came from Rocky, from the original Rocky, that it's not about the title for me in life. It's about, can I look in the mirror and say, I did my best? And if that's my best, that's it. That's my best.
Yeah. I
can walk away proud of what I did and accomplished. That was a huge one for me, like a very huge builder of the components of my life.
I love it.
Crazy, right?
Any other movie lines, quotes that you can think of?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of them that really, really affected me.
I know, without meaning to, there's certain, I was never into the love movies, like The Notebook, but there was certain loving lines, like in one of the Indiana Jones.
Which one?
Because in the first Indiana Jones is when Indiana Jones meets Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get back together again in the fourth one, the Crystal Skull one.
Right.
And they reconnect and for the most part, they hate each other.
Oh, because they have the kid, right?
Yeah, but Indiana Jones doesn't know that that's his kid. That Shia LaBeouf is his kid.
Right.
And and Mary's just like, I'm sure you've had other women, along the way, and she's angry, and Indiana Jones like, yeah, there's been a couple along the way. Well, what happened? Why didn't it work out?
Right.
And Indiana Jones was like, because none of them were you.
Right.
And it went instantly when she was angry. Oh! When she's angry, and all of a sudden she's like,
yeah. Yes.
I'll do anything you say from now on, Indiana Jones.
No, you want me to tell you which one? Oh my God, you just fucking remind me of it. And this definitely shaped my relationships, especially when I was younger. Until I met Amy, it was a little different. And I broke up with a lot of girls way before our relationship got putrid. But I broke up with them because I could see that they liked me more than I liked them, or they wanted a commitment that I couldn't give them, or there was just something that I go, oh, this is gonna end badly. So let me end it now before you hate me, before it goes there. But the line in fucking Cocktails, when she slaps him,
Tom Cruise one?
Yeah, when she slaps him, and he's in New York, he's dating this older lady, and she's got money and blah blah blah, and she's taking him out on the town, but he's feeling shitty about himself, and she slaps him out on the street, and then she goes, I'm sorry. I don't want this to end badly.
Oh, I know the.
You know the fucking quote. All relationships end badly. That's why they fucking end.
Or they wouldn't end. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so that line literally made me stop relationships before it got there.
Yeah.
Because I could see that it was going to go there. And I was like, I don't want her as my enemy. You like me more than I like you.
Yeah.
And it is not fair. You probably want to live together and get married. I don't. Not where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So let's just, but yeah, that made so much sense to me. That, like, I remember going like, yeah, that's exactly why they end.
Yeah.
The fuck? Who wrote this brilliant movie? Who wrote this gem of a movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually, that one line in that movie made me kind of go, but there were TV shows that really affected me. Mork and Mindy really affected me because of the little buttons at the end. Those were the things that I couldn't wait. Mark, Colleen Orson, come in, Orson. What did you learn today? I learned the concept of love.
Yeah.
And all those, every one of those Mork and Mindy's, bro. In that original form.
Yeah.
Once it got all weird and his son was a fucking old man and that just, I don't know if it jumped the shark or whatever, but those moments at the end of Mork and Mindy were for me little haikus, bro.
Yeah.
They were little like, what am I going to learn about humanity?
It was little nuggets of life, and it was teaching you.
Yeah. And one episode, there were a few episodes, bro, of Taxi that just, in my heart, bro, just killed me. The episode where he goes out with this heavyset woman and she's just a fucking cunt, bro. Just a cunt. She's such a bitch, bro. And she's like just being mean and cruel to him, and at the end he's like, what the fuck is your problem? And she's like, well, you really want to be my friend? And he's like, yes. Like, we can be friends. Like, hang out? Yes. Go to movies? Yes. And at the end, they become friends. And then later on in the series, she comes back after she loses some weight. And there's another one. But what that episode taught me was, man, if you put out that negative energy, that bullshit, that's what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Nobody likes me because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
But I'm an asshole because nobody likes me. No. We don't like you because you're an asshole. Stop acting like an asshole, and we probably really like you. As a matter of fact, when you're not acting like a dick, kind of a good person.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. That episode really kind of nailed in my head that if you act like everybody hates you,
Guess what?
you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
This is what you want. So yeah, those really, really shaped my relationships, and that one really made me go, man, what am I putting out there? What do I want? And looking back at the first half of my career, a lot of the toxic openers that I brought, I brought them in because they were toxic. I brought them in because they were broken.
So do you think you attracted that because you were broken too? You were toxic, and that was what was comfortable?
The opposite. Because I was healthy. Because I wasn't toxic. Because I didn't have that.
So you think you could fix them?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, shit. Help, fix. I'm not sure what the word is. But I did want to unbreak them. How about that? I did want, them to know maybe, your dad isn't around, but I am. I'm going to be here for you. Maybe your dad's an asshole, but I'm going to be your mentor that's not the asshole. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was, I was trying, but that's because, I'm one of the youngest in my family, but I'm also, one of the healthiest because I grew up with my mother and father who have all the kids, and then I was given away to my uncle and aunt. And so I got to live both of those worlds. I got to, I lived in a house where I could go, Mom, and two people would answer. Papi, two people would answer. I sit here before you, and I can say to you, I'm going to call my dad and tell him I love him. And I'm going to call my mom and ask her, how's it going? And then I'm going to go visit my father's grave and my mother's grave. Because my birth mother and birth father passed away.
You had the privilege, I guess, of being an only child and one of many
yes.
at the same time.
Yes. And it was easy for me. It was healthy. You know what I mean? I remember one time there was a babysitter I had, and she did that thing where she's like, no, those aren't your parents. Those are your parents. That's your mom and dad, referring to my birth mother and birth father. Right. And I was like, yeah, they are. But that's not my real mom and dad. No, that's your real mom and dad. I was like, no. My real mom and dad are my mom and dad who feed me. My dad whose quotes are in my brain. My father who I hear when I'm about to say or do something stupid and I feel a little, or my mother who when I'm going to say or do something stupid, I literally feel a smack on the top of my head with this brush that she used to have. And she carried it all the time. And she would just bink right on the top of my head like a wooden spoon, dog. But yeah, I wanted to fix them, but that was the energy I was putting out. I was putting out the energy of, you know what? If you're a middle of the road average comedian, you know what I mean? The Seinfeld comedians of the world, there's gonna be everybody's gonna take you in. Jamie Masada's gonna pass you because you're funny and clean. The Mark and Bud are gonna pass you. Mencia might not because she was different. She was looking for the creeps, the weirdos. She was me. She picked up the broken guy from Honduras. You know what I mean? So she was always looking for that. So I wanted to help out the youths back in the day. The young comedian who's being told, dude, you got to be funny, but you got to be clean. You got to be clean.
Yeah.
You got to be clean. And you're like, but fuck that. I don't want to be clean.
Yeah.
I want to say whatever the fuck is on my mind. I would have gravitated to you like that, bro.
And having had that, and having a Jamie Masada say, buddy, you're Mexican. You should be doing more Mexican jokes. But I want everybody to understand me, Jamie. Don't worry about it. I remember when I was grooming Dane, because he would not stop talking about Dane Cook at the time. I remember, and Dane's like, okay, so you're talking about the famous white guy right now, but you're telling me that I should be more Mexican.
Right.
apples and oranges, buddy. I just don't fucking see it.
And that's why I would have gravitated toward you, because I would have wanted to give you the platform for you to be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing, well, there's a lot of things, but one of the things that I do with all my openers is you say and do whatever you want. There are no boundaries. I'm not going to ever ask you to not tell a joke. You know, don't do jokes about your dad because I talk about my dad or any crap like that. Yeah. Whatever you do, I'm going to follow you and work around it. And I want you to find yourself.
Yeah.
Find your voice. But in the beginning, yeah, I was trying to find those kids who were going to be told no by everybody else.
Okay. I just thought of another quote, but it was from my dad, one of my dad's favorite movies.
Which one?
My dad, I swear my dad could watch this movie still to this day. Clint Eastwood. And the movie was called Heartbreak Ridge, where he was
I remember. He was a Marine when we invaded Grenada.
Yeah, and there is a line that's repeated multiple times in the fucking movie.
Okay,
and it was just you adapt, you overcome. That's the line. So if I was having trouble in sports and I'm blaming the field, like I didn't catch it because the field wasn't watered down, or it's like something happened, my glove wasn't working. Shit, it's like you adapt.
Wait, let's go. This is what you're, man. That's a shitty crowd.
Yeah. You adapt.
That's when you went.
You adapt.
You adapt.
You overcome.
You overcome.
And that line still is stuck in my head to this day because my dad loving that movie. And he would use it on me so many fucking times. If I had a bad game, if I screwed up in some odd way, if I stayed out late and I didn't do my homework, it's like, well, that's your fucking fault. You adapt. You overcome. My dad would throw that in my face so many fucking times. And it's etched in my head. You adapt. You overcome. It's not a shitty crowd out there. We adapt. We have to adapt to this crowd.
Right.
I can tell how many LA comics that come to Vegas that blame the crowd because they only do LA.
Right. Yeah. Those, man, it's interesting how I think that as artists, we get affected by that stuff way more.
I agree.
Right? Like I still cannot. And this is going somewhere else, but we're almost done, so we're not going to venture into it. We're going to do this again, by the way. But the next time, instead of just throwing it on you, I'm going to give you like a week.
We got time to prep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, so that we can actually, because today I just wanted the ones that just hit you.
Yeah.
The ones that really come out strong. I know that there's so many more.
Yeah.
That once you start looking for them, and then you go, what about that one? Oh, what about that one? But there's also songs.
Oh yeah.
That I cannot listen to Cats in a Cradle. And dude, I've never done that. You know why I've never done that song in karaoke?
Really?
Never done it. And I never will. I cannot get through that song without crying.
Really?
Oh God, no.
Okay, that's a separate episode then. I don't want let's get into that.
Cannot get to the, all right, you know what? We'll leave it there. Just, yeah, because I was gonna. We'll save it. We'll save it. We'll save that. Yeah, man. I don't know what you guys are inspired by, but you know what? Carlos Mencia, carlosmencia.com. Send me some stories, man, and let me know what inspired you guys. Because whatever you guys send me, I'll read it, and then we'll do another episode where we'll actually kind of get into all the ones that you do. And so, but if you want to send some to Gabe, where do they send it to you?
What lines impacted you? So it's like just send them to yours. That way, that's all in one spot, and we can just.
Okay. So Carlos Mencia at carlosmencia.com. Send me the ones, and don't give me like chat GTPs or whatever the top quotes of it. I don't care about that.
No, the stuff that actually impacted you as a person.
Right. I don't want the leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah.
Right. That's one of those lines. No, I want stuff that really affected you, that changed your life in some way, shape, or form, or gave you a bar of a driving force. And also, because we're gonna do probably next week, you know what? Let's do it next week. So on the next episode, let's do songs.
Okay.
So from now on, just start writing stuff down and creating stuff, and then we'll get to the songs that really, really like hit you,
had an impact,
and impacted you, and why and how, and what they did, and so we'll start. You'll see that by next week you'll have a nice list.
Yeah.
It'll be a good episode.
I like it.
And then whatever movies, just whenever you have a movie, whenever you watch a movie, just keep put it on your notes, your phone, and I'll do so as well. And then we'll revisit this again because I feel like we just scratched the surface.
We're barely
of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to do a double episode today because then I want to do it
where we have time to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. So carlosmencia.com, songs or movies or lines in movies or TV shows. That really, really affected you. Or for some of you, not many, any work of art that really, really got you. Ooh. That really affected you. As I can tell you that there are certain artists' work that really affected me in a very beautiful spiritual way.
Love it.
And so if you have any of that stuff too, just send it to carlosmencia.com. And man, I'm looking forward to doing it again next week.
This will be fun.
The music. All right. Until next time, man. Go watch that movie that affected you as a kid, that made you feel scared or loved or seen or whatever it is, whatever that emotion is. Go find it again, man. It's a good time to kind of reminisce in those beautiful moments. Anyway, hope you're living your best life, guys. Peace. See ya.